No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
Well, good morning, Unity Renaissance, my beautiful family. Yes, please stand and join us. This is who we are, and we feel the love whenever we're together. This is why we're here, to serve the world and one another. We're being called to find a higher way, and to remember why we're here today. To love, serve, and remember. Love, serve, and remember. Love, serve, and remember who we are. This is where we grow and find the truth that always sets us free. And this is where we play and enjoy like-minded company. A place where we can share our joy and pain. A place where everybody knows your name. As we love, serve, and remember. Love, serve, and remember. Love, serve, and remember who we are. And in remembering to love and serve, we're transforming lives to transform the world. Every love, serve, and remember. Love, serve, and remember. To love, serve, and remember who we are. Everybody, love, serve, and remember. Love, serve, and remember. Love, serve, and remember who we are. And remember who we are. And remember who we are. Well, good morning. Welcome to this beautiful, sometimes sunny day. Yeah, I got to tell you, on the other side of the bay, it's sunny. And it's going to be sunny here. And if it doesn't get sunny because of the clouds, it's going to get sunny because of the speaker we have today. Yeah, so we are really blessed, huh? And thank you for being here this morning. What I'd like to share with you is that unity is a movement. We are not a denomination. We are not a religion. We are a movement. And what that means is that we are moving on our spiritual journey to understand ourselves, to love one another, and to serve one another. We're here to grow, and we have that opportunity. So I welcome each and every one of you to that. And let's start off this morning with our mission statement, our vision statement. Together, we are a spiritually Anglican world living in peace, love, and joy. And then we have a mission statement. That mission statement says, we transform lives that transform the world. Now, let's do that one more time, because I got myself going in the wrong direction. And I want to get you going in the right direction, okay? So, again, we transform lives that transform the world. Right after I leave here, I'll have that down pat. So, again, what I'd like to do is ask Laura Davis to come up. She is going to lead a prayer for our veterans as we celebrate our veterans today. So, Laura, if you would please.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like for everybody to relax in their seat. Let's take a deep breath, close our eyes, get really heart-centered. We honor the courage and strength of all the people who have served to make this a better world. With immense gratitude, we send a blessing and prayer to all those who have served our country. We acknowledge the impulse to care is in many people, the activity of God streaming through so many hearts and hands, a caring presence ready to help, serve, and protect. When they are far away, serving, no matter where they are in the world, we entrust them to their own indwelling guidance, affirming we are all bound by this same divine presence. We find peace in the knowledge that wherever they are, God is. And as we hold that prayer in our hearts, we let go, we send love, and we say, Amen, so it is. I like to take this time to ask any veterans, anybody who's served in our military, please stand up. Oh, wait a minute, stay standing, sorry, stay standing. Everybody, we're gonna do the Christ prayer. Ready?
Veterans. We love you. Together. Okay, here. Veterans together. Veterans, we love you.
We love you.
We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ you are. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Laura. And we're going to continue in this attitude of gratitude with this song from Karen Drucker.
Come on, everybody, stand up. Everyone
All
this
about
time.
grateful.
Come on. This is a sing-along, so if you don't know it, the words are right here.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so faithful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful,
we are privileged to turn to our neighbor. And please greet them with a friendly handshake, bow, or a hug, or whatever moves you. And repeat to them and mean it, the divinity salute. The divine in me greets the divine in you, and we serve and celebrate together for the glory of God. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
Come on, I want to hear you.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
Sing with me.
I'm so grateful. So grateful. I'm so grateful.
So grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
Wow, what a way to start a service. This is so awesome. Celebrating and honoring our veterans. My dad was a veteran, and all 7 of his brothers were veterans, so this is so awesome today. Good morning. My name is Margaret Jenkins, and I have the honor of being your platform host today. And our word for today is faith. And normally I will share the word exactly as it is, but today instead of going singular, I'm going to go a little plural. So the affirmation for today, if you would like to join me, says, faith heals, prospers, blesses, and sustains me, or us. Sometimes we wish we had a way of looking into the future and knowing what to expect. But even though we cannot know what the future may unfold, we can still be prepared for it through the power of our faith. Having faith means unwavering fidelity to spiritual truth. Our faith is our anchor, keeping us steady during shifting worldly circumstances and focus not on things of the world, but on the power of the Spirit. Our faith keeps us steadfast in the midst of uncertainty, inventive when met with stagnation, and adaptable when faced with changing circumstances. We can turn our attention to God and feel our soul illuminated by our beliefs that everything is working for our good. We align with that truth and we go forth blessed by our faith. Our scripture verse today comes from 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7, which reads, "For we walk by faith and not by sight." If you need prayer support today, we have several options available. If you are here, we certainly have prayer chaplains available. They will be in the chapel right after the service. And would our 2 prayer chaplains for today please say it? We also have a table where you can pick up a prayer request. You can fill it out, and we will certainly acknowledge that. Or you may submit a prayer request at our website, which is unityrenaissance.org. Or you may also call Silent Unity any time of the day or night. It's a 24-hour service, and that number is 816-969-2000. And now, if you would please join us for the Lord's song.
Holy Creator,
praise your name. Your will in heaven and earth the same. Supply our needs, Lord, from day to day. Let your forgiveness light our way. Lead us away from temptation's hold. Deliver us, Lord, into your fold. For all the kingdom, power, and praise, with you began and with you stays. Holy Creator, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Supply our needs, and give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts, as we have forgiven our debtors. Lead us away, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. For all the kingdom, power, and praise, with you began and with you stays. Amen. Amen. Amen.
If tomorrow all the things were gone we'd worked for all our lives, and we had to start again as just a husband and a wife, I'd thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. 2 days ago was the Marine Corps birthday, November 10th. Ton Tavern, right? I'd like to take this opportunity to wish my Marine Corps brothers and sisters a very happy birthday. If you're in the audience, please. Marines?
Yeah.
All right. This one's for you. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles on air and land and sea. First to fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Alicia Flores, American veteran. Alicia Flores.
Alicia, thank you. You can cry, you can choke up, and you can sing all at the same time. Beautiful. Alicia is so talented in so many ways, and it's my privilege to work with her most every day, and certainly talk to her probably every day, it seems like. And so anyway, thank you, Alicia, thank you. This morning it's my privilege to introduce somebody that most of you know. I'm going to make it kind of simple, because he's going to really wow you with his story. Mark was raised here in Tidewater. He went to Men'sville, he went to ODU, and then he looked for greener pastures, and he ended up in Denver, Colorado. And one of the things that happened with him in Denver, Colorado in 1998 is he came into what was then religious science, and Roger Keel, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And anyway, at Mount High Church, which is a wonderful, wonderful ministry in Denver. He taught Sunday school there. He worked in church and became a spiritual practitioner, which is a huge deal, by the way. I always want to say that. It is a magnificent path that takes 3 years to accomplish, and he accomplished that. So he's a very spiritual individual. He is a very fun individual to talk with. It's been great for me to get to know him better this morning, and I just want you to come on up here, Mark, and know that Spirit is guiding you in this moment, okay?
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. I must confess, I'm not a professional or public speaker. In fact, this is the first time I've done this, so if I come across a little nervous or scared, I am. So bear with me. This whole year has been about busting through fears, and I'm just so grateful and blessed to be here. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share my little story here. And thanks, Diane. Wow. So, why in the world, I'm 60 years old, why in the world would I ever decide to ride my bicycle across country? Maybe you guys didn't know that. Well, I did that, and what I really want to share today is how amazing my life has been when I live from my place, from my heart, when I take on my life in a loving and positive way. So I just real briefly, this talk is not as much about my bike tour as about what I really got from it. But in short, April 18th, I decided to, I left from Washington, D.C., and I actually took a train from here to D.C. and hopped on my bicycle at a Union Station and rode on the C&O Canal and the Great Allegheny Passage all the way out to Pittsburgh. Stayed a couple nights in Pittsburgh and took off through Ohio, West Virginia, and made my way to St. Louis, where I then hopped on the Katy Trail, which the Katy Trail is the longest dirt gravel route across country. It's close to 300 miles. All of the C&O and the Gap and the Katy Trail are all gravel routes, no cars, and phenomenal camping experiences and those kind of things. And I took off and rode that from Kansas City. I made it all the way to Kansas City. I stayed with a friend for a couple of days, and then he took me a little straight north from where I got off on the Katy Trail, and then I cut across Nebraska on Highway 40 and Route 14 into northern Colorado. I went into Fort Collins. In Fort Collins, some friends of mine, since I've lived in Denver for so long, a buddy came up and picked me up, and I stayed in Denver for 4 days and got to go to a Red Rocks show and really enjoyed that. Saw Michael Fronte. It was just amazing. But anyways, from there I got a ride back up to Fort Collins and then took up into the Poudre Canyon, which runs straight west out of Fort Collins and to northern Colorado, which made up my way to Walden. And then from Walden, I started riding north through Wyoming and Montana, Iowa, Idaho, all the way to Eugene, Oregon. And I finished up in Eugene, Oregon, April 15th. It took me, 80 days to ride my bike all the way across country. Thanks, man. It was great. It was an amazing experience without question. I mean, I think the most amazing place certainly was the Grand Tetons for me. I really love the Grand Tetons. I'm seeing a dear friend here, so I'm just so glad you're here, Diane. Thanks. Boy, I'm trying to keep it together here. This is a challenge for me, so thanks. That was a great, great journey for me, for sure. I'd like to just share this quote that really sent home for me from Ernest Holmes. I'm a big study of Ernest Holmes, and that there's a power within us that is greater than anything we shall ever contact in the outer. A power that can overcome every obstacle in our life and set us safe, satisfied, and at peace, healed and prosperous in a new light and a new life. And I think that that's a lot of what this journey was for me, to just really take that time to, connect with who I was. One of the biggest questions I was asked of me along this route was, weren't you lonely on this trip? And I'm like, no. In fact, that was the last thing that ever came up for me. I totally felt connected to spirit and felt connected to my community all around me. And so what started this thing? Why would I do this? Like I said, I'm 60 years old, and what would ever possess me to do something like this? So in very short, in 1998, I took a spiritual growth class. It was actually a personal growth class in Denver, and it literally was a 2x4 upside of my head, and really awoken me to that there was a lot more to life than what I thought I knew. And at that time in my life, I pretty much thought I knew everything. And it was such a very different way of looking at things. In 2004, I was introduced to the science of mind and spirit. I had no idea. I never have been a religious person, never have really attended many churches, very much. But I went in kicking and screaming, sat at the back of the room there and in Mile High, and things started to resonate for me. And because of the personal growth work I had been doing, it was all based in principles, and that's what I like about our teachings in the New Thought movement, is it's all principle-based. The science of mind and spirit kind of resonated with me, and so I started that journey there at Mile High. I started volunteering, worked in the youth ministry, and worked with kids, which I love doing, and then I kept taking all their classes. That's what I committed to, and I think that's probably the biggest thing that happened for me in 1998 was I committed on that day. When I finished that course, that until the day I die, I'm going to continue to grow and learn and expand my consciousness every day until the day I die. And I've committed to that, and I've stuck to that path and journey today, and it will continue on. And this bike trip was by far a big part of that. I continued that journey, and I went into practitioner training, as was mentioned, and that was by far one of the most challenging things for me. I think Richard said it was a 3-year thing. Yeah, it's 3 years, but it took me 6 years to get through that. And I had to repeat a couple things. I asked a lot of questions, and it took me a little longer than what I had thought. But about 2 years ago, my stepmom, my dad's wife, passed away. And my dad and I have never been estranged, but we've never been all that close. We've lived geographically distanced for many years, for over 35, almost 35 years. We've lived a long ways apart. And so I took that opportunity when Margie passed away to come and spend a couple weeks with my dad. And that 2 weeks was by far the most profound time I'd ever experienced with my dad. I mean, it was just really wonderful to have that time with him, and we continued conversations and talking. And, you know, when I moved out west, I said I would never move back to the East Coast. I mean, it's just not, I love the East Coast, but I didn't want to live here anymore. I wanted to be out in Colorado, which is kind of, I love to cycle and ski and do all of that, so it was really a great space to do it. But after having some wonderful conversations with my dad and really talking about what we wanted to do in our lives, you know, I asked him the big old question, Dad, do you want to get busy living or do you want to get busy dying? And he came back, I want to get busy living. And I'm like, great. And so I said, I told him I really want to get a chance to know you, and I want you to get to know me, because I don't think he really knew me that well. And so that opportunity presented itself, and we ended up talking. He made me an offer to move back here to Virginia, and to this day, I don't regret a minute of it. And we've spent the last 2 years, I live with my dad now, and we spent the last 2 years really doing father-son type adventures and doing different things to get to know each other. Right after my bike tour, we went to Scotland for 2 weeks and really had a phenomenal time in Scotland. My dad, who's 86 years old, rode 6 days on an electric assist bike, you know, and just crushed it. Had a great time with that. So, you know, I had been riding and cycling so much in Colorado, and I was riding 250 to 300 days a year. And I'd always wanted to ride my bike across country, but there's always been an obstacle. There's always been work, there's always been family, there's always been whatever, you know, time. I didn't, you know, there was always an excuse not to do something as epic and as big as that trip was. But I ultimately made that decision to do that. And so, yeah, that's where I stand with it, and it's been an amazing journey all the way through. Let's see, what am I talking about? More importantly than what the bike tour to me is what I really took from it, and that's what I wanted to share today. I'm trying to see my time here. I got a few minutes here, so I got to be brief. So more than what I've than the bike. So yes, it was a very physically taxing event, but it wasn't so much for that. It was a spiritual journey for me by far. And I think the three things I really took from this is the power in the universe for good. There's goodness of humanity, and I love this story. I was in Montana, middle of nowhere. Montana, and I'm going through, and the morning was pretty breezy and some storms, and there was a lot of construction on the road. They were tearing up the road. It was pretty rough. And I pulled into this convenience store, and I'm pretty frazzled. It was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, wow. And I still had 15 miles to go, and it was thunderstorms, and the road was all tore up. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I'm sitting there at this convenience store, and this old man comes up, and in his pickup truck, he was a farmer guy, rancher type guy, and he comes out, and he was a big dude, and he comes up to me, and he walks by me, looking at me, and he goes, "For God's sake, son, you're a grown man. What you doing on a bicycle?" And I just took a step back, and I'm like, wow. I laughed, and I started having a conversation with the guy. And he ended up giving me a ride through that 15 miles of crappy roads and thunderstorms, and we talked and had a great conversation, and I just really enjoyed that. And by far, that was one of the best things I took from this experience, despite all the separation, despite all the craziness that's going on in this country right now. I rode my bike all the way across from small town America, and I didn't meet one jerk along the whole way, not one. And that was probably one of the most profound things that I took from that experience. By far. I couldn't express how the kindness, the generosity. I had people give me a place to stay. I had people give me food. I had people, and they didn't even ask for it, just the kindest and nicest people that I ever saw. I think the other big thing I took from this is beingness versus doingness, being fully present with all of life. Mark Twain once said that the worst loneliness is not to be comfortable with yourself. And I think that because of all the spiritual work and all the stuff that I had done throughout the last 25 years, it made this tour. I was fully connected. I was in a place of beingness from the time I woke up to the time I went to sleep. I had no idea where I was getting my food. I had no idea where I was having a place to stay. I just went at the grace of God and just went through life. And it was the best experience because I didn't have to worry about anything except where I was going to and who I was going to meet and have fun doing it. And then the last thing, the daily practice of trusting Spirit. Man, without a question. Man, I put my faith. I had people say, "You're not going to carry a weapon?" I'm like, "No." You're not, don't you worry about somebody trying to steal your bike? No, I didn't really get to that place. And, you know, I trusted Spirit. I trusted life, knowing that I was going to be fully cared for from the time I woke up to the time I crashed. And without question, that happened every day. I mean, if I needed something, I just put it out in the universe in a prayer in the morning, and sure enough, before lunchtime, it had showed up. I mean, it was just amazing how things manifested and how they showed up. Without question. How am I doing? I got to wrap it up. Okay, so that's kind of my short story. I've had pictures running in the back. I hope they've been rotating here. And so I didn't really want to take a whole lot of time about the bike tour. If you have questions afterwards, I can talk about it. But I really just wanted to say, you know, how much this spiritual journey and this bike tour meant to me. And, you know, I'm so grateful. And I move into this place of gratitude. And I first want to give great thanks to my dad, who was such a support and made this happen for me. And I just say thank you, Dad. Thank you so much. I give great thanks to my dear friend Diane Hopt, who is an amazing endurance athlete. She just got back from South America. She cycled across country. She cycled north to south in Africa. She's done all these amazing events and has been a huge inspiration to me and helped me get prepared and train for this thing. And we did a lot of bike rides together, and I'm just so grateful, Diane, and thank you so much for all your help. And then, you know, I'm very active in part of a men's group out in Colorado, and I'm starting to get involved with the men's group here. And, you know, it's that men's group has been a solidifying rock to support me through this journey. They've helped me along the whole way. And I always give thanks to Mile High Church. I give thanks to Spirit. I give thanks to this community, and I give thanks to all my friends and family who supported me along this journey. So I'm most grateful. So what's next for me? I just moved back here a couple of years ago. I'm really figuring all that out. I'm so grateful to be here with my family and making new friends. I did grow up here, so I am figuring out what I'm doing next as we speak. I do plan on doing more bike tours. I love it. And I think one other message I'll end with this is that, you know, I invite anyone, if you've had something big that you want to do, whether it's writing a book or producing whatever, going for a big walkabout or, you know, a hike or a bike ride or anything that's something that's big, figure out a way to make that happen. By far, this was the most impactful year in my life. And I mean, I prepared a lot for it, but I'm so glad that I made it happen. And I just invite everybody to get out there, do what you can do. Enjoy your life, love life. That was my theme the whole way through, is loving life. And I did that all the way through, so I just invite people as well to enjoy your life and make the best of it. So thank you so much for the time. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So we can just move into meditation. My mic's still on? There we go. I can hear it. If we could all just take a moment to take a deep breath in. And if you're comfortable, close your eyes. Just take another deep breath in and just feel that wave of spirit, that energy that's moving through your entire being. And know that's the very energy of love. Just take another deep breath in, and I just take this moment to just give thanks. Give thanks for this incredible opportunity, knowing and feeling that the presence of God is everywhere around me. But I know most importantly that presence is deep within me. I just hold that space. And I stand in that place of love, compassion, and kindness. So I give great thanks. I give great thanks. I loved how this service started today with the gratitude song, because that's where I live, in this place of gratitude. And I'm so grateful for everything and everyone. And I'm grateful for my life. Fully blessed. So I just allow these words to go into the nothingness from which they came. And together we can say, and so it is.
Flow, Spirit, flow.
expression of your unfolding love. Show, Spirit, show through me as I open up to be an expression of your unfolding love.
You did good. Really good. Yeah, thank you. His father is here. I don't know if he stood up, but I just wanted to recognize his father. Richard, why don't you stand up so people know who you are, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. And welcome. Cheryl, welcome to you, and Carolyn, welcome to you. Thank you. I want to just take a moment before we talk about our tithes and offerings, and to thank each and every one of you, but especially this morning, Mark, for bringing to our hearts the feeling of gratitude. And it's through the feeling of gratitude that our lives literally change. When we, I gave an assignment last week. I'm going to check on the homework here. Did anybody write down each evening 10 things they were grateful for? Anybody at all? There's one. There's two. He's got it in his head. There's 3, 4. Look at that. Okay? And I don't see John Henry, but he told me he was going to do it, so I'm sure it was done. So out of gratitude comes a lot of things. But one of the things that comes out of gratitude is a desire to give, to serve, to share. And one of the things you do well here is share, serve, and give. You're a giving church. We are very prosperous because of you. And this year, as some of you know, we fell a little short in the income area of donors. There are a lot of reasons for that, and none of them are really important. It just happened. So what we want to do this year is finish the year off strong. Okay? Let's really be strong in our giving towards the end of the year. And I ask you just to think about that, hold that in prayer, and do what you are guided to do, what you are led to do. And you'll know, if you do that, what is yours to do. So thank you for hearing that. And now, what I'd like to do is take this opportunity, if I can find where I am, to join me in offertory blessing. And as you give to your gift, okay, let us share together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I give, and all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful. Go ahead. I know I'm out of order.
I don't know what happened to my keep. Okay, wait.
Give and there you go. Give and it's giving back to you.
There we go. Give and it's giving back to you. Give and it's giving back to you. Pressed down, shaken together, running over. Back in good measure, it's giving back to you.
Now, what I'm supposed to say, is I invite you to make a love offering, okay? You can do it by dropping it in the back. Oh, you can do it by dropping it in the back. You can do it. Can you hear? Did you hear the first part of what I said? I thought so. When we're talking about money, everybody listens. So anyway, I offer you this opportunity to give your gift in the back by dropping it in the box back there. To go online and give a gift, you can go to donate on our website. You can also tithe over your phone. And when you do that, you know the number to dial.
That's it.
540-418-1228. Text now.
And now for the music team.
Yeah. We're going to sing a little bit about life, love, and laughter, right, Mr. Boyd?
Yeah.
Mark.
Don't look back, won't do any good. Don't look ahead, you'll just be misunderstood. Everything you need be right in front of you. Doesn't take much to see what is true. Say that we could die like this. Who do you believe? Every story's got a twist. Take a look around, tell me what you see. People in the world just trying to be free. What about all those things you could have done, but you don't? They say things happen for a reason. You don't do them, they won't. I'm looking for life, love, and laughter. Everything in between. And what happens after? Looking for life, looking for love, looking for laughter. Things are gonna change, they never stay the same. That's what makes us human, there's no one to blame. You can only stand up for what you believe. What's yours to do can't be done by me. What about all those things you could have done, but you don't? Yeah. They say things happen for a reason. You don't do them, they won't. That's why I'm looking for life, love, and laughter. Everything in between. What happens after? Oh, what happens after? I'm looking for life, love, and laughter. Everything in between. What happens after? Oh, what happens after? I'm looking for laughter. We got everything we need. All the money in the world wanna buy what we see. Dreams are worth more than gold. Some people hold on, some people let go. Stars, they all come out at night. Velvet sky, oh so bright. I feel so close to you, 'cause I see what you see too. It's called life, love, and laughter. Everything in between. What happens after? Everybody, I'm looking for life, looking for laughter. Everything in between. And what happens after? Oh, what happens after? Everybody sing with us. Looking for life, love, and laughter. Oh, everything in between. And what happens after?
Looking for laughter. We're looking for
Life, love, and laughter. Oh, everything in between. And what happens after? Oh, what happens after?
Boy Black. Boy Black is back.
Could I talk to Could I talk to you confidentially?
I've been called to the principal's office.
Thank you. I want you to know, and to follow up on the fact, that Mark Lewis is going to join Unity Renaissance as a member.
All right, we got him down. Mental note. Oh, yeah.
So is anybody here visiting Unity Renaissance for the first time? For the first time, please raise your hand. I see hands all over the place, and some of them are faking because I know them. But anyway, just give your hand. And what we want to do is share a gift with you this morning. And in that gift packet is information about Unity Renaissance, but also there is a certificate you can take to the bookstore and receive another gift. So it's a double whammy. Here we go, right here. Yeah, thank you. So welcome. Welcome to each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. And now we will continue the service with our favorite topic, announcements.
Yay! Who loves announcements? I do. Miss Margaret's coming up to help me. If you notice the beautiful angel tree out in our narthex, this is a very big Christmas tradition for us. Then on that angel tree are many cards, and you tear off the bottom of one of those cards, and you can be an angel for a child, because each of those cards have requests for some special gifts from specific children. So you can take the bottom of that card off, purchase the gifts, bring the gifts back unwrapped, and include your card so we can match it back up to the card that was on the tree. So this is a beautiful way to give to a child or children or family in need. So check out our angel tree.
Spiritual cinema. We've been having some really great movies lately, and this week, well, not this week, but our next feature on November the 17th is called Patch Adams.
Everybody wear their red noses on Friday, okay?
It's called Pat Adams.
And here's the trailer. I took her by surprise.
You did.
Humanity out of you and make you into something better. We're gonna make doctors out of you.
Well, I just believe there's more to being a doctor than memorizing facts about the ventricular
I
arteries.
don't care what you think. I care about my biology test.
We're not even going to see a patient until the 3rd year.
If you want to become a doctor, we have to learn to treat the patient as well as the disease. That's why we have to dive into people.
You have a brilliant mind, and like many brilliant people, you don't necessarily think the rules apply to you.
It was so much more convenient thinking of you as an idiot.
That little ice that just chipped off.
If you want to be a clown, go join the circus.
For your own sake, I think you should just lay low for a while.
The hospital will cover all of your bills. Any other questions?
Patients are opening up to me, Corinne. They're sharing their dreams, their fantasies. They don't concentrate on the pain.
I'm warning you, stay out of this hospital.
What if a doctor becomes emotionally involved with a patient? What is wrong with that?
Patients don't need a friend, they need a doctor.
My name is Dr. Phil. I'll be your surgeon. Oh, there you are.
You are dismissed.
Sir.
From this school.
They can't prevent me from graduating because of a personality clash, can they?
Universal Pictures presents.
You are not cut out to be a physician.
Our job is improving the quality of life, not just delaying death.
The true story of a man who broke every rule.
Why am I such a threat to you, sir?
Because what you want is for us to get down there on the same level as our patients.
And proved that laughter
Donner, party of 50. Donner, party over here.
truly is the best medicine.
Close, salute.
Robin Williams,
You treat a disease, you win, you lose. You treat a person, I guarantee you'll win, no matter what the outcome.
Patch Adams.
For those of you who really love Robin Williams, I think this is one of his best pictures, and it just shows what happens when you follow your heart's desires, and it's truly encouraging. So if you're not doing anything, you know there's no fee, we got free popcorn, just come on out, and we usually have a discussion afterwards. So, and now we have a spotlight by Sandy.
Well, hello, Unity Renaissance. Once again, we have a marvelous artist for our November-December show. It's Christian Williams, and he's here today, so you'll be able to speak with him after. Can you please stand? And I had a hard time even figuring out what YUPO was. As it turns out, it's a special type of paper. It's actually plastic, and he's perfected the art and everything that he has. The other things I would definitely encourage you to do is actually read the descriptors of the art. It's really poignant and probably one of the most poignant of the artists we've seen. And he's quite renowned, actually. We're very honored to have him. Not only is he at the Artist Gallery, but he's also won several honors. And he also delves into other artistic things like ventriloquism, and he's a renowned chef. So please welcome him in the Unity manner and enjoy his art, or this art for us for the next couple of months. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy Steffen. Sandy leads our art ministry here, and she's been doing this for several years. It's just wonderful, and take advantage of Christian being here. So you'll be here after service to answer questions about your art. That's awesome. Thanks, Christian. Big fun today. We're continuing our celebration of our veterans today after church with a Veterans Day food and fellowship lunch. We have barbecue and potato salad. Coleslaw, not potato salad, coleslaw, and homemade pumpkin pie from Steve, and iced tea, and there's one other thing, it's to be a surprise. But we also have vegan options for all of that. The coleslaw is made with vegan mayonnaise, and we have something jackfruit for the barbecue. Thank you. Okay. Maybe 70% vegetarian, but I'm a long way from vegan yet, so it'll take me a little while.
Okay, as you all know, each Sunday we have Ask the Trustee. We have one of our Board of Trustee members available where you can ask questions about what's going on here at Unity Renaissance, or what's going on with our selection for a new minister. Just anything you have, you can ask our trustee. If they don't know the answer, they'll get it for you. And this Sunday, our Board of Trustee member is no other than Jolene.
The most knowledgeable. There you go. Hey, I forgot to mention that we're asking a $10 love offering. Kids eat free. And if you don't have the $10, just come and eat and whatever you can. It's a love offering out there, okay?
Yes. And now, if you will please stand as we welcome in our little angels.
We are walking in the light of God. 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 We are walking, oh, walking in the light of God. We are walking, we are walking, oh, we are walking in the light of God.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. How are you? I don't know if you noticed this, but this is Unitots and Unikids only. Do you see how many beautiful children we have this Sunday? What a blessing. Our classes were packed. So exciting. And they had to, and here comes our teens. They're joining us too. Yay. Hi, guys. They were deep in their lesson. They were deep. We don't want to interrupt that flow, right? Well, as you could tell, I hope you see a little bit of a pattern. This month is November, and the color is russet, but we like to say brown for those of us who can't figure out where russet is. And it is the power of release. So powerful, the release. And we learned about leaves releasing, and you know what? I'm going to let them tell you. But first, let's pray for our offertory. Are we ready? Everyone take a deep breath. Dear sweet Spirit, thank you so much for all that you brought us this Sunday, for the monetary gifts, for the smiles, for the hugs, for the learning, for the connections, for our children sharing, and all their creative vibes and positive releases and gains that they made today. Thank you so much. So it is. Amen. Okay. Excuse me, lovely Grace. Who would like to share today? Oh, look at the hands.
Today we learned about in order to receive, I have to let go. Okay, I have a reading about the power of release. I know that release is magnetic. Through the act of release, I draw to myself my own. I now fully and freely release. I lose and let go. I let go and grow. I let go and trust.
My God, and let God do the rest.
That's beautiful. I give my best and let God do the rest. Isn't that amazing? What a great lesson for our little ones. And we have a new member today, and his name is Gunnar. We're so happy that he's here. He's brought so much joy to us. So we're so happy, so happy. With that being said, oh, unless my teens have something to share. All right.
Today we talked about releasing self-doubt and letting in the extraordinaire and like all the positive stuff.
And you are all extraordinary. With that, please stand for our prayer of protection and the peace song.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are,